Good evening. All right, I guess I should say afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's not quite evening yet. Week one coaches show. I know who you are, but for the ones that don't know who you are, introduce yourself, your number, and position.
I'm Samuel Hicks. I'm number 72, and I play left guard.
What do you like playing about left guard?
It's a lot. It's a lot easy. It's probably the easiest position on the O line,
Yeah,
especially if you're only going against teams that are base 50.
right.
You just get to help people out more.
Yeah,
So
nice. How long have you been playing football, Sam?
since third grade, so
Well, that's pretty good.
uh, probably
What, 7?
7. Or, no, it's
Uh,
it's more like 11, 12 years.
yeah. Dang, that's pretty good. What's your okay? So you've been playing since then. What's your favorite memory? Or let's do it this like little league.
Winning state in 23.
There you go. Yeah,
I remember Dax actually ran behind me for the first down.
yeah,
So that was a crazy moment.
yeah, yeah. That's pretty sweet. Um, so what's it like playing here at Boonville?
It's very intense.
Yeah,
We want to be very disciplined
right,
and be able to focus on our job. And if you don't focus on your job, everything messes up.
right.
So everybody has to do their own part of it, and it all works together.
Yeah, it's a kind of like a puzzle. If you don't, this piece goes here, this goes here, and then it finally just
Yes, sir.
makes a masterpiece.
Yes, sir.
Um, Jumping back to last Friday, didn't quite go how we wanted.
No, sir.
But Poto, 4A Oklahoma School, equivalent to 5A here in Arkansas, beat them last year, close game last year, but had some fumbles and stuff this year and all that. Just kind of walk me through the game. What was it like from your perspective on the O-line?
It was honestly, I didn't know what was going on
Yeah,
with all the snaps and stuff. Um, I just figured it wasn't getting back there enough. Or, of course, Rhett was pretty banged up already at the beginning, so
right.
he once he got out, we were just trying to scramble and make up for it.
Yeah,
We ended up we didn't play as bad as we thought we did,
right.
but we can definitely play better than that for sure.
Definitely so. Halftime it's only 14-0. You get the ball coming back, and it's not like y'all didn't move the ball. Had some great drives. It just kind of not really stalled out, but had the fumbles and stuff. But what's some positives that y'all can take away from this past week?
Got to play more aggressive, and we got to play more team wise. We got to play better as a team, work together, and
Right.
not be angry at each other. We got to stop bickering in the backfield and
Yeah,
work together.
that's good. That makes a big difference.
Yes, sir.
Jumping forward now to Ozark Friday, chance to go 6-0 against Ozark. Last 6 years. What can we expect from Ozark?
I know they have Blaine Childers as their nose guard this year,
Yeah,
and he's a 3-year starter, and he's a real good player. He's other than that, they've got. I assume they're going to basically try and do what Poto did and make us mess up.
right.
So
Yeah, definitely. So they got that new coach over from Salem over there, so run some and all that. But what can we expect from y'all? Y'all been working on some stuff and all that, but you ain't got to go into details. But what can we expect this Friday from y'all?
a lot more communication and teamwork.
Yeah,
Less arguing over stuff.
right.
Yes, sir.
I like that. So outside of football, we'll jump. I know we're kind of jumping around here, but that's all right. We'll get you ready for the next level of questions once you graduate. How about that?
I'm ready for it.
Outside of football, outside of school, what do you like to do? What does Sam like to do?
Hunt.
Hunt.
Yeah, I went scouting after school today. So.
Nice. You got some good spots picked out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, all right.
Oh yeah. Always.
Yeah. Did you do some bow, gun, what?
I mainly duck and deer hunt,
Yeah,
but
there you go.
opening season of dove season starts Saturday, so
Oh,
I
yeah.
went and scouted some dove spots.
Hey, there you go. I've done that. That's pretty fun. Who do you usually go with? Yourself or friends or?
A bunch of people on the team.
Yeah.
Caleb Richardson, he's a real good shot. He's
Yeah.
going to go to college for shooting, so
Right.
I go with him and a bunch of others.
Hey, that's pretty good. Speaking of him being a real good shot, is he gonna try to get you to join the shooting team?
Well, I'm
trap
on
team?
the shooting team.
That's right, you are, ain't you?
I'm just not very good
You're
at
not
it.
very good at it.
I'm not very good at focusing on.
Ah,
I'm real good at actually hunting. I'm not very good at at sitting there focusing on it.
right. Um, Is there similarities between being on the shooting team and the football team?
I wouldn't say necessarily because it's a very shooting is a individual sport.
Right.
Um, when you're shooting, yeah, you're shooting for a team, but you're mainly shooting for yourself.
Yeah.
Because you, especially with here, you can be put into the champions of champions, and
Yeah.
Caleb was in it 2 years ago, I think. I don't know if he made it last year or not, but he, whenever you're shooting for yourself, you don't have to. Yeah, you're relying on your team to shoot good too, but you can shoot good yourself and be
Right.
good.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Um, what's your favorite subject in school?
History mainly.
Yeah.
I'm a big history guy, but I know I probably should say science. I'm gonna go into a medical field.
Hey,
So,
yeah. There you go. So, speaking of that, what do you want to do after college?
I want to
Or
do.
after high school, I should say.
Well, I want to go to college for exercise science and then go to physical therapy school.
Nice.
I want to help athletes and go into more like a Miss Teresa Pruitt job.
Yeah. That's why that area of
I've seen a lot of benefits through it and being able to inspire kids and see the recovery all the way through from Lathan getting hurt in a practice and now he's about to be back and
right.
just seeing their inspiring
Yeah.
stories.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Just kind of help make a difference in them and just boost them up, pick them up, and just
Yes,
help
sir.
them get better.
Yes, sir.
I like it. That's pretty good. What are Fridays like for you? You got a routine, certain meal, music, what?
It's terrible.
Yeah.
I ate pizza Italia before every meal
Oh,
or
no.
before every game day.
Yeah.
I would get the same thing every time,
Right.
and I didn't get to eat it Friday, so I was thrown off.
Yeah.
I from Thursday to Saturday, I have the same routine. Thursday I go through all the pep rally stuff here.
Right.
Friday morning I come to whatever breakfast we got. I would go eat pizza Italia and then go game day.
Yeah.
And then after the game, of course, Saturday morning I'd wake up and I'd go watch the game.
Yeah.
I'd watch the game with my family and explain stuff to them.
Yeah.
I'm the first football player in my family, so they don't know nothing about
Oh, there you-
football.
Hey, there you go. I try to explain some stuff to my wife, and she just
Yeah.
don't quite understand it. Same way in your house, I guess.
Yeah, mainly. They can't really watch me play football
Yeah.
on in person because they lose track of me. So
Yeah.
it's easier for them to watch it on the TV.
I got you. Yeah. Hey, yeah, that works. Couple more questions, then we'll get you out of here.
Yes, sir.
What is your? We've already talked about your favorite memory, but other than playing here at Bearcat Stadium, what's like your favorite place you've got to play, or even like a camp? What's your favorite camp you got to go to?
My favorite camp. Can I do a visit too?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
My favorite camp by far was Northeastern State up in Tahlequah.
Yeah.
I love their O-line coach. He played at UCLA as I believe a tackle,
Nice.
and he's a great coach. I really like him. And then my favorite visit by far was Northwestern.
Yeah.
I got to go up there during the summer and see, and I mean Iowa. It's 80 degrees in the summertime. I mean, I was loving it.
I bet. Yeah. Can't beat that. Probably no humidity. Really
No
at all.
humidity.
Man. Winter might be a little different story, but
I think I'd be more excited for winter.
right. Yeah, that would work. What would you say to a kid that wants to be a Bearcat someday, Sam? Wants to be in your shoes. What would you tell them? Some advice.
Focus on your school.
Yeah.
Make sure you do good in school, and especially if you want to like be good, focus in the weight room, get strong, just be yourself, and play physical.
Man, I like that. That's pretty good. That's really all I got for you, Sam, unless you got anything else you want to throw out there.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Hey, I appreciate it, man. Stopping by. And we're about the last ones in here, I guess, now, ain't we? But, hey, that's all right. Everyone, y'all come out and support these guys Friday night, 7 o'clock at Ozark. Need the support just because we got to get 6 in a row over Ozark. I mean, that team up north, I should say.
It's gonna be a very big environment.
Yeah.
especially with the new head coach, they're going to be hyped up and ready to play. They've been calling it up every day on Family and then beat the Boonville.
I was going to say I've been hearing some rumors about that. So
Yes, sir.
yeah. So even more so of a reason
Can't let that happen. We're
No.
going to go in there and ruin their season early.
Hey, I like it. That's what it's all about, right?
Yes, sir.
Sweet. Hey, Sam, I appreciate it, man. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. For Isaac Brown, Jake Phenom, Zach Austin, Week 1 Coaches Show, sponsored by Union Bank with Coach Crowley. Coach, how are you?
Yeah, man, doing good. Glad to have you guys back.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks for having us.
Yes, sir.
It's cooled down just a little bit. Little spritz of
Yeah,
rain just a
man.
minute ago.
The last couple of weeks have been nice.
Yeah, they
It's,
have.
Kind of unusual, but we'll take it for sure.
Oh, definitely so. Better than 100 degrees, that's
yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely.
We'll just kind of jump right into it just for
All
a
right.
minute or two. But
Yeah.
last week played Poto,
Yep.
Class 4A school, equivalent to 5A here in Arkansas.
Mhm.
A lot of people, they always ask, why do you schedule and who do you schedule in non-conference? Who do you pick and why do you pick who you pick, Coach?
Yeah, we try to play the toughest teams we can play in non-conference to get us ready for, conference play and seeing speed and good football teams that'll get us ready for the playoffs. So that's kind of, we're not really worried about going 3-0 or, whatever it may be. We want to, of course, we want to win them all, but we
Right.
want to make sure our kids are ready to see what they need to see to get them ready for a late run in December. So when we look at scheduling teams, non-conference teams, that's kind of what we look at. We want to make sure we're, not putting our kids in a bad situation, obviously, but putting
Right.
them in a place where they're going to see some very good football and be physical and get them ready for the playoffs.
Right. And then, Friday Poto, they're a pretty physical team. Got a new first-year coach. Changed schemes just a little bit. Not a lot, I would say, but just some.
Yeah.
Just kind of walk me through that. Didn't quite go the way we wanted, just with the fumbles and everything else.
Right.
But go ahead,
Yeah,
Coach.
man, it was unlike anything I've ever seen. You
Yeah.
know, and it was disappointing because we don't really have those. We haven't had those problems in practice, and
Yeah.
the fumble. I mean, we'll have one every 3 or 4 days, but
Right.
nothing that stands out where we had 9 quarterback, center exchange problems, and I think we had put the ball on the ground 11 times, and it don't matter who you can't do that. So
Right.
that was the frustrating part. Is it's not been happening, and it's just like we'd get something going, we'd
Yep.
feel good about a drive, and then boom, ball on the ground, and just kill our momentum. So we had that happen 2 or 3 times where we had good long drives, and I told the kids at halftime, as bad as we had performed, it's still 14-0. We were getting the ball and
Right.
put a drive together, and it's a 1-score game. So the kids fought hard. Defense was kind of bend but don't break, and got off the field, forced some turnovers. But eventually, if you can't put the ball in the end zone, then your defense can only do so much, and that's kind of where we got to, on the 4th and 1, late in the third quarter. We got stopped there. I felt like if we could score, we kind of had the momentum coming off the interception.
Right.
And it just wasn't a good night for us, but we've hopefully corrected those things, and we'll move on to Ozark because, they're not going to feel sorry for us.
Exactly.
Who's what we did bad, they're going to try to take advantage of that, and they're not going to feel bad about who's not playing. So I got to get guys ready and go over there and try to make it 6 in a row. So
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be definitely sweet. Get 6 in a row over them.
Yeah.
Um,
Gonna be tough.
It will. Another, well, not a first year coach at Ozark. You
Yeah.
know, coming over from Salem, 3A defending state champs. But real quick, I had some guys that had some good performances last week. Seth Wilson had 6 tackles. Dromer had 5 tackles, the interception. Montavo, some long runs, 6 tackles.
Yeah.
And Hayden Daniel, he had some good runs as well. Besides those guys, who's some other guys going into Ozark we can look, to make some plays?
Yeah, those guys did a really good job. I was really proud of Connor Dromer on Friday night. You can tell he's grown up a lot as far as, if he, in the past, if he had made a mistake or whatever, he would kind of get down on himself, and he didn't do that the other night. He didn't make many mistakes, but he played well. But yeah, we're going to have some guys on the defensive line step up and step in there and do a good job, and it's kind of going to be 5 or 6, just different bodies. And
Right.
Sadler Miller and Blade Pachinik, with Hunter being down, going to step in at linebacker and do a good job. And I know they can. They just got to be confident in themselves and get that done. So if we can, we're going to have to tackle well. I felt like we tackled well for the most part.
Right.
Running back at Poto was just a freak. He was a good player,
Exactly.
and when he gets going, that was the thing. When we didn't let him get going, we were fine, but when he got going, we were in trouble. So.
Right.
Ozark has a kid that's just as explosive, if not more, so we can't let him get going. We got to try to, do a good job of gang tackling on defense and getting them off the field and, giving the ball back to our offense. I felt like Friday night we had some really good plays that we didn't get to because we just couldn't get the snap.
Right.
And now what they did defensively had quite a bit to do with that because, we had a sophomore had to step in for Jeremiah at right guard, and
Right.
he played hard. He's just raw and missed a few assignments. So we'll get it corrected and hopefully, perform better this week.
Right. Yeah, hopefully so. What can we expect from Ozark? Typically kind of a spread, but they'll run. Are they going to be spread or more under center this
They've
year?
kind of gone back to, the old school Ozark days of their little late 90s, mid 90s, and early 2000s. A lot of dead tee, a lot of I formation. They do get in the spread some, but they want to run the football. So that's something we feel like if we just attack more on defense with the defensive line. That's one thing we didn't do a very good job of. We kind of just stood up a lot the other night and got drove off the football. So we got to do a better job attacking. But they're gonna try to run the ball and control the clock, and we got to do a good job of getting off the field and putting them in situations they don't want to be in.
Right. Jumping ahead a couple weeks, you got Paris and then conference. What can we expect from conference this year? Got a couple more first-year coaches in conference as well. But what is conference kind of looking like this year?
It's obviously there's the 3 teams that everybody's going to talk about. I think Charleston, Mansfield, us, and then I feel like our conference is the toughest 3A conference in the state.
Right.
Now, I'm sure other schools say the same conferences they're in. But I feel like 3A football is as strong as it's been. This is a really, really tough year in 3A.
Right.
A lot of older teams, kind of like we are, a lot of senior-laden teams. Just off the top of my head, you got teams like Salem with everybody back,
Right.
and Atkins, Mayflower. All those schools have a ton of seniors, and that's in the same conference.
Yeah.
So kind of the same thing with our conference. We got a big senior class. Charleston has a huge senior class. Mansfield's got a big senior class. So I think those 3 teams are going to be just a little bit above everyone else. But if it's a conference where if you don't show up and every Friday night, anybody I feel like can beat you. So it ought to be a fun conference race, and hopefully we come out on top in November.
Right. Hopefully so. I know I asked you this last year, Coach, but you just got a routine you do on Fridays, like a go-to meal, or just jamming out to some music, or what do
I
you do on
just
Fridays?
really try to just, it's hard to find a quiet place, but I try to just throw something on the TV in the coach's office and lay down, usually lay down on the floor, got a pillow in there, and
Right.
you don't get much quiet time, people coming in and out all the time. So
Right.
I usually don't eat a lot, but just try to hide, I guess you could say, on Fridays.
Hey, that's all right. It's nice to get a quiet spot every once in a while.
Yeah, sure.
What are other than Friday? Fridays are busy. What do you do outside of coaching, outside of teaching? What does Coach Curley like to do?
Man, I like to, play golf. That's kind of one of my bigger hobbies, but it stops about July, and I only play about April to July, 2 or 3 months. I don't know. I don't play very much anymore, but that's what I like to do. I've always done it. Mom and Dad, I was fortunate enough to get to go play a lot when I was younger and do things. So that's kind of like, what I like to do. And our coaches, we have a good time doing that as well. So
Right.
all of them are golfers. They're just not very good at it. So we have fun, though.
Yeah. Hey, that's all that counts. Do you ever go against your little nephew? I saw he's been in some
Oh
tournaments.
man, yeah, he's definitely got the Crowley That's the mouthing part down.
Yeah.
You know, he's good at that. He hangs around. He's been around us long enough to pick up a few things here and there. So I know we were coming off the field at halftime Friday, and I kept hearing somebody yelling my name in the stands, and I'm trying to ignore them. And I looked up, and it was my little nephew Cooper. He's pointing at me. He said, "Doc, you gotta get them boys together." And I was like, if I get up here right now, I'd kick you out of the bleachers.
Right.
But yeah, he's a mess. But I think he's gonna be a good little player for us one day.
Yeah, I think so.
It'll be a little different deal coaching him, I'm sure.
Right.
We'll worry about that later on.
Yeah, definitely so. You talking about the younger guys out there. Junior high. Let's talk about junior high real quick. How's junior high, 7th grade? There's some talent down in there as well. What's they kind of looking like, Coach?
Yeah, the skill-wise in junior high, I feel like we're pretty good. You know, we got some linemen that are really raw and young, and I'm gonna have to get in the weight room in the off season and get stronger and work on some things. You know, especially with us bumping up a classification.
Right.
But you know, I think we're in a situation right now where it wouldn't be a big deal for us playing in 4A with the team that we have.
Yeah.
But, you know, when you graduate 18 or 19 guys and then you got to replace those and you bump up, you got to have some guys step in and fill those spots. And I think we're going to have some that can do that. The depth will be a big issue moving forward, you know. And I think that the junior high group is a very exciting group to watch.
Right.
They got to mature mentally, just like any other junior high team, but definitely have potential to be a very, very good team once they get a little bit older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So, seeing all these guys up here, I remember when I was Boys and Girls Club with them, so I'm starting to feel a little bit old.
Yeah. Yeah, you start. I remember Coach Hyatt said, you know, you feel old when you coach. You start coaching some of the kids of the guys that have already gone on. You know, you start seeing their kids come up, and you're like, oh wow.
Yeah.
And we're starting to see that. So yeah,
Right.
I feel it, man. I feel it for sure.
We'll get you out of here with this question, Coach. What would you say to someone that wants to be a Bearcat someday, or a young kid that wants to get into coaching? What would some advice you'd give them?
If they want to get into coaching, I'd tell them not to. No, we have a couple on our team right now, senior high kids that want to do it, and they help us with 7th grade football, and they're going to be really good coaches one day. They just have a good. They connect well with the kids, and you can tell they do. Rhett and Jeremiah, you know, and even Maddox. All three of them are in our 7th grade period, and you know, it's gotten to the point where we can just give them like a position group. They go coach them, and it's cool to see those guys because I think some of them want to do that, and you know, I think they'll be really good at it one day. For anybody that wants to be a Bearcat, you know, it's not getting any easier for sure with what everything, you know, like it's easy to stay inside and, you know, just the way the world is today, technology, it's easy to stay inside and play video games instead of going outside and playing. And I just think it gets harder and harder every year to continue to get kids out. So I would just encourage them to get out, play, and try everything you can. And, you know, you never know. You know, you don't have to be big. You don't have to be fast. You just get out here and play and get after it. Then you can be on the field on Friday. So I just tell them to try everything they can at least once. You know.
Right.
So, yeah.
I like this. Pretty good advice. Just get out. You know, yeah, have fun, but work hard. You know,
Yeah,
whatever you
man.
do,
That's just
put in the work.
Do it the best you can.
Yeah.
That's all you can ask.
Well, Coach, that's about all I got for you. Unless you got anything else.
No, man. Y'all come to Ozark Friday night. It's gonna be I'm sure a shootout. So.
I bet so. Y'all come out. Hey, let's pack that place over there at Ozark and let's make it 6 in a row. That'd be pretty
That's
sweet.
it. Yes, sir.
All right, folks. We'll see you next week.
All right, man. Appreciate
Thanks.
it.